So Campbell at one end follows Hill at the other. Let's take a look at the work done by Aiden Hill.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, I mean, to me, it's important that you build confidence throughout this victory. And that the last challenge was having to kill a penalty. And Aiden Hill, as we get a look from the goal cam here, and the work that he had to put in with no stick. But, you know, in a time where you would think that the 4-goal lead, it's time to relax. I think the penalty kill recognized how important it was to make sure they shut down that top unit. And Hill continues his splendid play as his killers did a good job in front of him as well.
Well, I was mentioning before the steal by Houghton that this looks like it might be Aiden Hill's series and maybe playoffs the rest of the way.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, that did not look good, what happened to Brossoit. I would be shocked if he returns in this series. And to be honest with you, I'd be shocked if he returns in the playoffs if they make it past Edmonton. So you're right. This is Aiden Hill's opportunity to shine, and they got Jonathan Quick for depth reasons. They hope they never have to get to that depth, but to me, the way that Hill has played tonight, it backs up what Bruce Cassidy said to us this morning, that they feel Aiden Hill, after Lauren Brossoit, gives them their best chance to win. And that's in conjunction with their goaltending coach, Sean Burke, on what they see and what they feel. And credit to Hill, he was ready to play tonight, right off the bench, and has done a really nice job in helping calm everything down and allow this Golden Knights team to win this game with
Aiden Hill, 24 saves.
McNabb sails it in. It's gloved down by Campbell. And we approach the final minute and a half of the third period of a game that began.
Boy, there's some unhappy Oilers fans. Rogers plays.
Home about 2.5 minutes in.
Best seven series, 233, 119, 2-4 this playoff series. Game 3 winners and win the series tied at 1 apiece.
Those were the first 2 goals scored by Vegas in this game. ODCC, Yamamoto worked the end boards. Now it's McLeod to Kane. The toe drag to the corner. Kane behind the net. Checked by McNabb. Kane continues to control. 1 minute to go in the third period. And shot off the skates of Yamamoto and cleared by Marchessault. ODCC. Back to Bouchard. It'll be a day in between, and then a couple of nights from now. What a challenge it will be from Vegas, as you have to think the next time Edmonton takes the ice in this building, they are going to be the freight train possibly that they were in game number 2.
Yeah, they're going to be the freight train that's going 5 miles an hour over a bumpy bridge.
48 hours or so.
Yeah, I watched a freight train going 55 on Jawtooth Channel. That was a good one, too.
In that game 4. And you can bet that man right there will bring his game to another level.
He'll be the front engine of the loco.
They didn't put Vegas in situations where they spent significant time in their own zone, and that's why they weren't able to draw penalties. And you know, we talked about it. Their power play gets them going, and tonight they just didn't have the opportunity to get to it. And I suspect in game 4 they're going to be jacked up. They will be flying, and it'll be a much different feeling.
And now, as you would expect, at the end of a lopsided game with 16 seconds to go, a couple of players squaring off as Nurse and Haig get together in the corner.
Happened last time the Stars and Kraken game.
Between now and 2 nights from now, Bush, fascinating to see how he comes out, because he may be building his confidence tonight, but now, as you said, he's going to spend the next couple of nights in the hotel sleeping on the fact that this is now his job, his team, his series.
You're absolutely right. I mean, and now, you know, you wonder if he'll be a little sleepless, but look, take comfort in that, knowing that you came in, you did a really good job, and it wasn't fluke. Like the saves that you made, you were in good position. Your reads were very good. You looked calm in the net. So there's confidence to build off of there, but there's no doubt that when he starts game 4, it's going to be a different feeling than when he came off the bench, and you better be ready. I mean, he's going to be stepping into a hornet's nest in game 4. This place will be buzzing.
The Vegas Golden Knights will take a 2-game-to-1 advantage in this best of 7. And they win it in lopsided fashion with their second-string goaltender, Aiden Hill, coming on, supported by the stars like Jack Eichel, Jonathan Marchessault. Chandler Stevenson with a big goal as well. 5-1 is your final. So now it will be Edmonton at home, trying to avoid falling behind 3-1 a couple of nights from now. Tomorrow night, out west, it is the Kraken and the Stars playing Game 4. And, of course, the Leafs on Wednesday night will try and stay alive as well. Tomorrow, the first half of our doubleheader will be Game 4 between the Hurricanes and the Devils. Once again, our final, 5-1, the Vegas Golden Knights over the Edmonton Oilers to take the 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 conference semifinal here in the Western Conference. For Brian Boucher and Leah Hextall, I'm Bob Wischusen. So long from Edmonton. A doubleheader comes your way again tomorrow night. Now it's time for SportsCenter.
Right, people, it's Woo and Boo calling the game there. 2,500 miles from Edmonton. We're in Studio X in Bristol, CT. That's at least like 2 plane flights.
Just as cold as Edmonton.